Morning folks, Jordan here with the Nutty Gnome Homestead. Today is May 22nd, 2023, and we are on the back side of our farm getting ready to pick some mulberries. So we've been gone for about 2 weeks, and in the last couple of weeks we've had quite a bit of rain, so it looks like we've lost about 50% of our mulberries. But if you can come in close, you can see we've got a lot of these black mulberries on this tree ready to pick. Now, you can pick these off one by one, but we have a better way of getting these off of the tree, and we're going to show you how to do that. First off, we like to take a tarp and spread it out underneath the tree. And then we'll take a stick or a rope or something, and we'll get it around the branches, and then we'll shake the branches and all the mulberries will fall down. And then you've got a nice clean surface on the tarp to pick up all your fresh mulberries, and it makes it so much easier for collecting them, and so you don't get little bits of grass and sticks and dirt and everything else from the ground in there if you're picking them up off of the ground. So we're going to put you guys aside for a minute. We'll come back and we'll have the tarp spread out and we'll start picking some mulberries. So as you can see, we have a tarp spread out here. Yeah, it's bright colored. We got the silver one. And it makes it a lot easier to collect these berries on because they stick out like a sore thumb. And if you'll notice, I've got a 8-foot long rod here with a hook into the end. This is what we're going to hook onto these branches and start shaking down. Now, we only want to pick the ripe ones. We don't want the ones that are partially red and partially black. So whenever you shake these trees, you see the ones that are falling are the ripe berries. So let me go ahead and shake this tree while my assistant films. And it makes it really easy to pick out the ripe berries from the not so ripe ones. Now, we're going to be using most of these berries for jam and wine. So we should be able to pick, 4 to 5 pounds off of this one today, hopefully. Might be a little more.
What's that break thing?
So this is how we like to pick our mulberries. We'll just roll this tarp up into the center, push all the berries in the center, and it makes it real easy to start scooping these things up into our bowls. Yeah, you can tell a lot of these were already knocked off by the rain. I need my assistant.
Dad, what's this right here? That is
that's enough to get it started for a while. Okay, so what we did is we just picked up the edges of our tarp, moved all these mulberries to the center, and if you look down here, we've got a pile, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick out the sticks and the leaves first, and then I'm going to pick out the red berries, and then everything else we're going to put into our buckets. Now these sticks and leaves, they don't go to waste. We don't just throw them out, they go right over to our rabbits. The rabbits really like these. Mulberry leaves make good fodder for a bunch of different livestock. So on our first shake of the tree, we got about 1.5 pounds to 1.75 pounds of berries. We're going to move the tarp to the other side of the tree, and we're going to shake again. Like I said, we're going to get somewhere between 3 and 5 pounds of mulberries off of this tree today. So that should be just about enough to make a batch of mulberry jam. Anything we have left over will go into the next batch of wine. So we're going to move the tarp and shake it again. Alright folks, so that's how we collect our mulberries the easy way. It'd take you forever and a day to try to collect them by picking each one off by hand. I don't like picking them up off the ground because we have our animals that graze back here, so you don't know what they could be contaminated with, whether it's manure from chickens or raccoons or whatnot. So we like to have a fresh clean tarp underneath the tree, and then we'll shake the tree. We'll move all the berries to the center of the tarp, and then we start picking out the ripe ones. So, like I said, we got enough on the first shake here to fill up about half of this bowl. After we do the other side of the tree, we should get close to about 3 to 5 pounds. So, that's all there is to picking up these mulberries. As you guys can see, these are pretty good size. Most of them about an inch to 1.25 inches long. Nice black juicy mulberries, going to be great for making jams. So I appreciate you guys coming along. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments or send me a message directly below. You can always get a hold of us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead on Facebook as well. Till next time, get out there and pick the berries.